Good Sunday morning, South Carolina weather watchers. I'm your meteorologist, Jesse Peterson, and let's go ahead and talk about the weather for your Sunday. Starting off, what is going on right now throughout the entire state of South Carolina? Well, it does look like that we're seeing some nice and dry conditions statewide. But, as we all know, that will not be the case. That will not be the case for the entire nation. If we're going to scroll our way out, we have some rainfall going on in Virginia, West Virginia, North Carolina, even inside of Kentucky, Tennessee, Oklahoma, California, Oregon, all receiving some rainfall right now as we speak. And even if you want to look at like up in like the northern U.S., you can also see that we also do have some drier patches going on in this northern area, and even in the northeast, dry up there as well. Now, what about cloud cover? Cloud cover seems to be going on in the upstate, the Midlands, the PD, the low country. I mean, cloud cover definitely is going on almost statewide. Now, does it mean that everybody's completely cloudy? No, it just means that everybody's seeing at least some cloud cover right now. And even if we're going to push this forward into the future, going into this afternoon, going into this evening, cloud cover remains a big impact for today, statewide. Current temperatures right now, we're talking about 85 in Somerville, Charleston, 85, Beaufort, 84, Orangeburg, even 83 inside of Charleston, Sumter, 83 in Myrtle Beach, Conway, 82 in Florence, even 80 in Union, 79, Greenville, Spartanburg, Gaffney, York, and Rock Hill. Now, what about for our air quality? It looks like that we are all inside that good category, which is good to see. We want to be in that good category, so no bad air quality for today. High temperatures for today, we're talking about 90 in Greenville, 89 in Spartanburg, even 92 in Columbia, 94 Orangeburg, and 97 in Walterboro, 96 in Charleston, and 95 in Georgetown, 91 Myrtle Beach, and 97 in Hilton Head Island. Heat index values for today, it's going to be a hot one again today, even though, areas up there in the upstate will only be up in like the upper 90s. We'll have areas in the low country around 109, 110 plus degrees as we move into today. So make sure that if you're in those low country areas, especially like the Charleston, the Hilton and Island areas, make sure that you are paying attention closely to those temperatures and make sure that you're drinking plenty of water, taking breaks if you're outside. All of that needs to be taken into account for. Winds for today, going to be pretty calm in the inland areas around 2 to 6 miles per hour, 7, maybe 8. And then the coastal areas close to around 9, 10, all the way up to around 12 or so. And if we look at these wind gusts are going to be from around 7, 8, 9 miles an hour all the way up to around 15 inland, and the coastal areas would be around 13, all the way up to around 20, 25 or so. Rainfall for the next 24 hours, we're looking at a good amount, tenth of an inch, pretty much almost statewide. So I think everybody will see some rainfall as we move into the next 24 hours here, according to the National Weather Service. You see around a tenth of an inch to a quarter of an inch for areas like Barnwell, Walterboro, maybe even a quarter of an inch to a half an inch for like Greenville, Anderson, Lawrence, Winsboro, Sumter, Columbia. Quarter of an inch to half an inch, again for Orangeburg. Half an inch to an inch for Moncks Corner, Georgetown, even Florence and Girard. Inch to an inch and a half for Rock Hill, Myrtle Beach. So a good amount of rainfall could definitely fall, and this will definitely help out with the current drought that's going on throughout the state. Severe weather. We do have a chance for severe weather today from Greenville to Spartanburg all the way down into the coastal area. So from Greenville, Spartanburg, all the way down to the coastal areas, slight risk of severe weather. That's a 15% risk of damaging winds. And if you're in the green up there, towards like the foothills away from Greenville, Spartanburg, you have a 5% risk of severe weather, which is a 5% risk of damaging wind gusts of up to 60 miles per hour. Now, excessive rainfall wise, we also do have risk of excessive rainfall. The slight risk has expanded. You can see now into like the Tri-County areas, but the northern part of the state, including the Tri-County area, we're looking at a risk for a 15% risk. But if you're in the green, you have a 5% risk of flash flooding. So the flash flooding risk is increasing. It is increasing. Crazy score right now, we're at a 3. Calm, pleasant conditions right now. No significant weather threats across the state as we speak. So let's go on now and take a look at the models. We're going to start off here at around 9 o'clock in the morning. And just as we go and push this forward, you can see that rainfall activity, that severe weather activity is going to start around 2, 3 p.m. or so. And then thunderstorm activity is really going to get going even as you move to around 6 o'clock p.m. and further on. Here's 8 o'clock p.m. right here. Look at how much shower and storm activity we have throughout the state. Then we move on to around 10 o'clock p.m. and we're still talking about thunderstorm activity. And even if you move past 12 o'clock in the morning, we're still talking about a good amount of shower and storm activity. So thunderstorm activity definitely will be a main concern for today. I think the heat also will be a main concern, but thunderstorm activity could stretch all the way from upstate to coastal areas at times. So please make sure that you're weather aware for today for severe weather. I mean, it can happen all the way from the afternoon to the evening, maybe even to the nighttime hours. And that's pretty much all I have to say here in terms of the forecast for today. So if you've not hit the like button yet or the subscribe button yet, please go on and do so. Also hit the share button, share with your friends, your family members, your acquaintances, and people that you don't talk to regularly because it's free, it's free, it's free. But that's all I have to say. I will be back tonight, 9 o'clock p.m. for your Sunday evening forecast update for your week forecast update for the week of June the 12th going into July, or not June, July the 12th going into July the 18th. Make sure that you are there for that, and I will be back then. Also, tomorrow morning, Monday morning forecast update. Hit those two buttons before you leave if you're new.